Hi, welcome to Kaylin-Tech. This is lesson one. I'm redoing the lessons with a larger font, and hopefully you guys can hear me correctly and can see the screen correctly. If you can't, then please let me know. So this is a VMX that I'm using from eVenG. We're at the first Logon screen, never logged on before. Now, the way you can tell if it's a new system, although on the eVenG one, you will always see amnesiac. Okay, it always seems to come up. However, on a live system or on a physical box, the way you can tell if it's brand new is that the word amnesiac will be there. Okay, so let's log on. So our log on is root, and as you can see, there's absolutely no password. So it puts you into the subsystem, so the OS, so the FreeBSD side of things. So the first thing we've got to type is CLI, and that gets us into our normal, as can be seen here, our normal root or operative command user section. Okay, where you do all the operations side of things like the show commands, etc., etc. Now, what you'll also find is that when you first get one, you get kind of like all this DHCP stuff will come up. So what I tend to do here, as there's nothing on there and I don't actually require any of this, is I'm going to do a delete. So I'm going to go into config and delete. My apologies. So it's going to delete everything under that level. Do I want to? Yes, I do. Okay, so that deletes everything, but it hasn't actually committed anything yet, and we can't commit anything on a Juniper system until we give ourselves a root authentication. Okay, so now what we can do is we can do set system root authentication, and we're going to use plain text password. There is an encrypted version. What that tends to do, given that Juniper encrypt all plain text passwords anyway, is you tend to end up with an encrypted password, so a double encryption if you like, which makes it difficult to kind of get back in again. So I always use the plain text password. So we'll press enter and it'll ask for a new one. You have to include at least one uppercase. I'm just going to do something simple and put in password with a capital P. And again. And then we commit that. Okay, so we just type commit and we commit that. And what that'll now do is that will have stopped all of these commands that we see here. Okay. Now, with regards to that side of things, what we need to do as well is make sure that we don't log in as root all the time. So we're going to set a user password as well. So we're going to do set system login user and a username. In this case, my name is Clive, so I'm going to use Clive, and we have to give it a class, and I'm going to give myself, well, let's have a look and see what options we've got available. This tells you quite clearly what we've got available to us. Okay, so what I'm going to give myself here is, obviously I want to be super user. Okay, from a security perspective, you should never use root because there should always be accountability. So always create users. It's important to note that when I configure this, it will only be applicable to this particular system. I won't be able to log on to other systems. This is not yet. I'll go into this later, at a later date in a later lesson. It's not a AAA authentication side of things. Okay, so we're going to go with super user. And now I've got to go with authentication, and again plain text password, and again I'll just use capital P password. Okay, and we're going to commit that, and we can do commit there, and then we'll do an exit. Okay, and we'll do a quick show configuration and we can use a pipe command here. I've got a really weird keyboard, so yep, there we go, found it. Show configuration, we'll do it in a display set. Okay, this shows it in the set command structure. So now what we can do is we can test that, and what will happen is if you log on as root, okay, you will always be put into that original subsystem, as you can see here. Look, if you log on as root, we're always put into that, and you will always have to type the CLI. Okay. If we log in as me, that I've just configured, then we'll be put into operational mode. Okay, as you can see here. Look. Okay, and that's the end of the first lesson. That's how easy it is to do these commands. Please let me know if there's any issues with the audio or with the visual side of things. Thank you. Bye-bye.